Some of the positive things that I find about living in Mount Airy are, it's a very family-oriented town. You can have any age of children or be any age, and you can always find something to do, whether it's going downtown, seeing a movie, going to the mall, other shopping or eating, and just living life, really.
Reagan and I both began exploring this area about 6 months before we actually started building the restaurant, and we were both pleasantly surprised by, number one, just the extreme hospitality in this area. As we came on some of our preview trips, we were welcomed by several members at Chamber of Commerce, Visitor Center, and in the City Hall, and we were actually touring with a City Hall official, and we were just so pleasantly surprised at his hospitality, his willingness to take us around and show us schools and geography and neighborhoods and introduce us to other key members of the community as we were exploring. So just a nice welcome to this area.
We came up and went camping. We had never been here before, had never visited, and we just decided to go camping one weekend. We picked various places, stayed at Mayberry Campground, beautiful place, and we were here. First night was a Thursday evening. When we came to town, the Earl was open, and that was about the only thing. So we went in and enjoyed the music and watched some of the ladies get up there and dance, and I used to clog, so I talked to them a little bit about it. And well, the next thing you know, I was up there with them. And we thoroughly enjoyed the evening, met a lot of nice folks that night, and just spent the rest of the night enjoying that and going back to the campground. Friday we spent in town meeting people. People were so nice. The merchants, the people on the street. I don't know if all of them live here or not. And then Saturday we did the same thing, but we decided to explore outside of Mount Airy. And as we started going out of town on Main Street, we happened to find a house that was beautiful, and we both fell in love with it. Got in touch with a real estate agent on Sunday. We got to see it before we went back to South Carolina. We talked about it all the way home, and the rest is history. We came back the next weekend, signed papers, and decided we were moving.
We moved here a week before school started, and thankfully on some of our previous visits we had toured the school, and I was really excited, to have one child in kindergarten, even for me, just releasing some of the stress of taking care of kids. But over the year, I was so pleased by the amount of care and the quality of education that now both my kids are getting, including my younger son is doing a Spanish immersion program, and so he can already, after kindergarten, read in Spanish, and then next year we'll go back with English. But they have learned so much. It's been a great environment because I feel like in the school system here there is an opportunity to take care of every child and to make sure that every child gets a quality education. In a bigger school district, you wouldn't have that dynamic. One of my concerns in moving here as a background in visual arts was that area would not be enhanced in my children's lives like it was in mine. But we've had an opportunity to expose them not just to the visual arts, but also Greer and Luke both take music lessons, and we've been able to take them to see plays, and there's a casual enough environment that you feel comfortable taking your young child and really teaching them the value of the arts from the beginning of their life up.
To add to that, from a business standpoint, I've also been really pleased with the partnership that we've been able to have with our local arts council and other initiatives through the school systems to educate children around that aspect of visual arts and performing arts. So just a great environment for that as well, and small enough too that the attention we feel like has been a lot more personalized.
Well, just the town itself, the downtown area is very inviting. There's a lot of people here, visitors. And the merchants, there's a good, mix of merchants. And the people are very friendly. So to us, it was natural. There were things to do with the Reeves, with the Blackman Theater, the Earl. And, you know, things that we like to do. We're very, you know, music. You know, we like live music. When we lived in Atlanta, where we came from, we ushered at the
Chastain Amphitheater.
Chastain Amphitheater there, you know, for all the big names.
So when we lived outside of a city, I noticed that it took us 30 minutes to get anywhere, to the grocery store, and then another 30 minutes home. And it really, being on the road, ruled our lives. When we moved here, I would take Greer to school, and it took 5 minutes. And I thought, what am I going to do with all my free time? Now I have 25 extra minutes. And even the other day, I laughed because before lunch, I had gone to the gym, cleaned back up, and gone to the dentist, and it was only lunchtime. And I was like, that would never happen in a city. I would still be sitting somewhere.
Yeah, the other thing that's really neat for us, you know, because we are a younger family and because we do enjoy activities, it is fun, the proximity of this community to some larger areas like Winston-Salem, like Roanoke, Virginia, Charlotte, Raleigh. You know, we can enjoy the peaceful lifestyle that we have here, but also we don't feel limited. You know, we feel like the immediate amenities that we need are here at our convenience, both from a restaurant and shopping commerce standpoint. We have an incredible downtown and other quaint downtowns in our county that we can visit for daily needs. But in addition, if we want to go do a larger activity or spend a weekend away, we don't feel like we have to get on an airplane and go somewhere. We have several areas here that we can go and do anything that we like and be exposed to anything that we like. And that's great because you're able to live your life, but also take advantage of the surrounding areas.
For me, you know, living in Mount Airy, I mean, there's a lot of things to do. You know, you can go out and there's plenty of scenery. You can go hiking, you can go running. There's a lot of great gyms around, things like that. And one of the big pluses is the school system. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're looking to raise a family like we are, you know, at our age, the school system's exceptional here. You know, I grew up in it, and I think I turned out well. And I think it's a good school system with a lot of good teachers and a lot of good leaders in it.
Yeah, I would say one of the other key elements that was very attractive for us and has been so cool as we've been here is just this location, just this geography. And so little did we know how advantageous that would be for us as a young family and us trying to build a business in this community, both from where the interstate systems fall, but also from our proximity to the mountains and the recreation that's here, and how that actually attracts others to this area from a tourism standpoint, which directly helps our business and helps our community grow, but also our proximity to the coast and just our location within the state of North Carolina and Southern Virginia. Little did we know that that was going to be so good and just a great dynamic for us as a family and our business, and I think for our community even growing into the future. So just wanted to mention that.
Well, no, I was just going to, we were talking about Mayberry and downtown, and the hardest part about living in Mayberry, Mount Airy, is trying to keep up with all the activities that are going on all the time. There is always something, and they post all the week's activities, what's coming up, and a lot of times I will forward that to the friends and family, and they can't believe that there's always something happening. The hardest part is keeping up with it all.
There's a lot of good music here. You know, as we meet more and more people, I met a gentleman yesterday that owns a plumbing company over there, and he builds guitars. And he was telling me about the guitar builders in the area that have built guitars for Eric Clapton, just a number of people like that, Vince Gills, and it's
amazing.
It's just amazing.
As a young professional, I think one of the things that I'm proudest of is our local young professionals group. It's called MAPS, Mount Airy Professionals of Surry. And what we do is we get together once a month. We try to socialize, bond. We'll have public speakers come in to kind of help guide and give some leadership advice, show their failures and their successes. Another thing we try to do is we try to really promote shopping and staying local. You know, it's our local businesses that, you know, keep the city growing and keep everything together. So for us, it's really important that our members, as they come in, we take them to meetings at Old North State Winery, at some of the other businesses downtown, that we go to the amphitheater together, that we go to Scoops together, that we go to these different locations together, so that, we can show Mount Airy how thankful we are. And along with that, we try to bring these young professionals in so they can meet and see other people in the area and find out what some of those other younger groups are doing.
As a stay-at-home mom, I have never had much time to devote to myself. And when we moved here, it happened that I had a kindergartner that was in school. My son was in preschool. And so with a lot of my free time, I started going to Reeves Community Center and devoting some time to my health. And not only has it greatly improved my overall health and my quality of life, but it also has enhanced many relationships. That's the time of the day where I go and I spend time with my friends, and we do something that benefits all of us. And I feel like it makes me a better mom, and it makes me a better wife to feel good about myself, and I appreciate the community behind it, and that it's something that I look forward to every day.
Yeah, they have some really incredible classes there at Reeves, and Reagan even convinced me in the second year that we were here to take 5:30 a.m. yoga. So I'm a big early morning person, but to get me to go to yoga, and I absolutely love it, believe it or not. So thanks for helping me with that and influencing me with that. I've enjoyed the lap pool there. Reeves Community Center is great. Our Parks and Rec director and her staff are incredible, and our city staff do a great job of maintaining our greenway system, our Parks and Rec. So we love to enjoy an active lifestyle. Our kids like to be outside. We've enjoyed the Blue Ridge Parkway is less than 20 minutes from our driveway. We can get up, go hiking, different things. One of the things that I've actually gotten addicted to, which Reagan has put up with in the time that we live here, is I'm marathon training. I've run 4 to 5 marathons in the last 15 to 16 months, and this is an incredible area for getting out, training early in the morning, afternoon. A lot of groups that join up together here. There's a great running community, an active community of bikers here, cyclists that like to get up and ride some of the mountain roads. And this county affords some tremendous opportunities for training, for enjoying the outdoors, and that's an aspect I think as a business owner has become a great release for me. I have been able to meet other people through that, just like Reagan has at Reeves. We've developed great relationships through that type of community here. So another just win for Surry County and Mount Airy specifically for the two of us and our family.
In this town, it is amazing, and we have met quite a number of them from the tween to teenage, and they enjoy coming in the store. There's a lot that we have to offer that they enjoy, but whether they're with their parents or if they're just with their friends, it is amazing how respectful and kind, and you don't always see that these days, and they should be commended. I have told them how much I appreciate the fact that they are this way, and I've told their parents too, if I could, because this day and age, a lot of them get a bad rap, but you can tell that these children around here are raised to respect others, and that's refreshing to me. It really is. I personally think that if they were to come and spend a little time, they will find it does take you back in time a little bit. It's very modern age, but yet there is an aura about it that just says, this is where we belong. There is a little bit slower pace on some things, but there's activities for everybody. And most likely, if they will try it, they will find something.
Is to serve with a grateful spirit, and we just encourage our team members to be thankful for what they have and to serve other people. But I think Reagan and I have really enjoyed being able to do that in our community as well. You know, when something generates resources, you want to be able to give back. And one of the fun things for us is Mount Airy and in our local area has afforded us tons of opportunities to be involved, whether it be on a board, on a committee, in a group that wants to give back to the community, but whether it just be on an individual level. And that's been really fun for us to even expose our children to how you take what you've been given, be a good steward of it, and try to give back in some way in order to influence this place that we live. And I think when you can reach that level, which we've been able to do because of the opportunities afforded us, you really have an even deeper appreciation for where you are and those around you, and how you can impact others through what you've been given.
So one of the values that we are trying to impart to our children who are 6 and 8 is that you take what you're learning, and as soon as you master it, you start giving it to others. That's one of the reasons that we chose public education, is because we feel like they can be an influence over the people that they meet, and they can give back in their small ways, if it's just a smile or being a friend. And so for me personally, so that they see that in my life as well, I've really enjoyed volunteering in the schools, and it affords me the opportunity not just to know my child, but then to know the teachers in the school and the other students. And I also, because of all that I enjoy at the Reeves Community Center, I've been able to serve in the committees that help with that and raise money for that. And I think it's such an opportunity. It doesn't take a large amount of time, but I really appreciate the opportunity to serve and the opportunity to get to know people better and to have influence over my community. And hopefully we will leave things better than when we got here.
But we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
It's a great place, you know, whether you want to be actively involved or if you just want to come here, retire, and move out a little bit and have a nice quiet life. It's a great area. I mean, you have a good downtown area. You have Winston-Salem 30 minutes away. You know, if you so choose that you need that shopping, you know, you can go there, or you have Charlotte, you have airports in Charlotte, Greensboro, you know, and I think you have everything you need here, you know, without the hustle and bustle.